once again to the Forward Compatible Podcast. This is episode 20 for June 24th, 2012. My name's Tony, and I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Mark and Joe.
My foot's asleep.
It's episode 20.
And today we have a new special guest for all of your listening pleasures. So without further ado...
Wait,
what?
We've heard his name millions of times before.
It's true. He's one of our frequent question askers. Ish. So please welcome to the show, Brendan. Now, since this is your first time on the show, I know you've heard all the past episodes. Feel free to introduce yourself, your gamer tag. Let us know how you started playing video games. Anything else you'd really like to include. Oh, console choice as well.
Hi, my name is Brendan. Gamer tag Brandy Cakes. Steam ID Brandy Cakes. Don't own a PS3 because I'm too poor.
All the free games you're missing out on it.
Started off with N64. Didn't know anything about video games until my brother asked for a nice 64 for Christmas. Console choice is 360, but I also have an N64, a NES, a SNES,
Yeah.
and a DS Lite that I never play.
Cool. Yeah, most of the handhelds turn into paperweights after a while.
I still play my Vita.
I play mine once in a while, but yeah. I guess we can kick off the show with our weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke.
Oh, man. Let's see. This week, I believe, is one of the first ones. Well, probably the second week I haven't done Trials, but
Snacker.
Yeah, what are you going? Joe's running away. He's sad or something. I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Literally, I started playing the Humble Bundle. Probably my most played game this week is going to be Psychonauts. Yeah, that's about it. I didn't really do too much other than that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How about yourself, sir? Did you play anything this week?
This week I learned that my library at school actually checks out PS Vitas. So I got a PlayStation Vita from the library. Too bad they only have shitty games. So I have Dynasty Warriors Next, which is press X to win. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
They should just rename that game Dynasty Warrior Press X to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how they all are.
Also from the library got Darksiders, playing through that, and went into my Humble Bundle, played some Psychonauts, played a little bit of Costume Quest because my little cousin bought it for me, because my little cousin knows how to use Steam now, and that's kind of fun, but it's very childish.
Yeah. Some of those kiddie games are still good. I like Epic Yarn, so whatever.
Yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn is good.
How about yourself, Joseph?
I played a lot of shit, actually.
Whore of the week?
No, not so much. It's not a lot of games, just a lot of them. Saints Row the Third.
He finally came around. See, here's the thing. I think you were under false pretenses that you disliked that game, and now that you gave it an honest-to-God shot, you're starting to see how glorious the game is, which we've been trying to tell you for months on end, sir.
I'm not enjoying it.
You're enjoying it. See, he's got this big smirk on his face. He's like, damn, I should have never said anything. No. We know. It's a fun game. It's cool.
Nah.
We forgive you, Joe.
Nah. Well, also, here's my thing about it, why I hated it at the beginning, because all this hype about how amazing the Third Row Saints are, and then they limit you and you have to upgrade all your shit. That's fucking ridiculous.
He's just cheating.
Yeah, so I'm cheating the shit out of that game. Also, Alan Wake, because I got it for PC.
Nice.
I've been thinking about that for a while.
StarCraft 2. Wow. A really bad memory. Sniper Elite 2. And my most played game this week.
Which you finally told me that you liked too. He didn't like the demo, and all of a sudden he got it and he liked it.
No, I loved the demo.
Oh.
Tony hated the demo.
Yeah, I didn't like
No.
it. No, it was...
And then...
It was meh.
Nah.
And then I was like, this is like gold compared to the garbage demo. Yeah, and then my most played game this week, even though I've had it for 2 days, is Starhawk.
Yeah.
Starhawk. Everyone go buy Starhawk.
As for myself, I got a little further in Vanquish. I played some with Joe. I think it was this week. It was really early in the week. We played some Lara Croft Guardian, right? We started that game. That was like last Sunday, right after the podcast.
Buy Starhawk.
And as I mentioned last week, me and my buddy Andy, we started the Gears trilogy on Insane.
He's
We
not
ended up-
just your buddy.
Our buddy Andy, we ended up finishing the first game. We tore through the second one, and we're probably going to, even though we both already beat the third one on Insane, we're going to do it again, because why the fuck not? And we're going to start that soon, but we got through 1 and 2 already.
By Starhawk.
That ate up a majority of my time.
By Starhawk.
I don't know.
$40, and it's Space Mag.
Oh, and I played Lollipop Chainsaw for 10 minutes.
Oh, I did too. I got an
It's
achievement for looking up her
so
skirt.
bad. The game is so bad. There's just like... I'll get into that later. But yeah, I did not enjoy it. Yeah, that was me.
Tony.
Joseph.
By Starhawk.
I might.
Space Mag.
It looked okay. It's just...
Space Mag.
It looks like quite...
Hey, remember
The
that
time suck.
Remember that game that Zipper made called Mag?
Yeah.
This is Space Mag.
No, this is nothing like Mag.
No, this is Space Mag.
No.
You don't know that.
You don't know it. You didn't play Mag.
I did play Mag.
You played the demo, which
no,
sucked
no,
balls.
I have trophies for it.
Okay, because there's like... This doesn't seem like there's 3 factions. It's not a first-person shooter.
No, 2 factions, third person.
See? So, just the basic... Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark?
Not much. You guys want to hear news or something?
No,
No.
All right,
No.
straight on to rumors.
no, straight on to email. Oh fuck! I need to find gaming history.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, now I'll give him something to do for at least a little bit. Then he'll start playing games again.
Yeah.
All right. Short week for news because nobody wants to do anything or leak anything after E3. So let's get into it. Let me stretch first. Oh, we're good. All right. Story from I believe last week. DreamWorks actually was the one to acquire the Need for Speed franchise. So the early production for it is going to start next year, and expect a Need for Speed movie somewhere in 2014 right now.
Yeah, I heard about that. I guess as far as video game adaptations go on the big screen, this could be one of the better ones.
Vin Diesel, starring Vin Diesel.
No, just because it's, you can get a cool collection of cars and make a pretty cool car movie. It's, it doesn't really have to... Need for Speeds are pretty dry on story, so it's really
That's why
just
you need Vin Diesel.
It's really
to play
just gonna-
like 3 people in the movie.
right? It's just basically going to turn into a car games or a car movie, so that it could be cool.
It just sounds like it's going to be slap the title on this car movie.
Yeah,
Probably.
exactly. So, which is why it might actually work.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna actually do like a Hot Pursuit kind of one, or if they're gonna do like
That would be badass.
That would
Just
be kinda
running
cool.
from the cops and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet, man.
Yeah. All right. News this week: the Skyrim DLC pack is going to be hitting on Tuesday for $20, and is expected to have 10 to 20 hours worth of actual content. So,
Yeah.
Dawn Guard, go get it if you want more content to a game that you're already not even close to finishing. Also, a lot of people have been asking this around GameStop area. When is episode 2 of The Walking Dead coming out? The answer to that is could be this week, could be the week after.
Could be the week after.
Okay. Week after.
Yeah. They came out, and I guess they got misquoted, because all they said was they would come out regularly.
Yeah.
And people interpreted that as they'd come out monthly because of how, what the fuck was their last game that came out every month? Jurassic Park, was it?
Jurassic Park, Back to the Future.
Well, the last one was Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I think the last one was
both
Jurassic
of them. Even Back to the Future came out monthly, right? But they announced it was going to come out. But they came out and said every month. They didn't say that with us. They just said it come out regularly.
Yeah.
And people assumed. So one could come out every 3 months. It could very well turn out to be that way. So, yeah, take that.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Also this week of cool stuff coming out, Mass Effect 3 Director's Cut is coming out this Tuesday. So free up 1.9 gigs of hard drive space and enjoy the hopeful actual ending to it, because I don't know what they're going to change. The thing that sucks about it, for me at least, is they want you... Okay.
Part of this is some of the topic, so let's not go too deep into
Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay.
They want you to keep a save file from hopefully right before the attack on Cerberus base. So if you have a save file from 5 or 6 hours before the game ends, I don't think it's that long, probably like 3 or 4, 2 to 4 hours before the game actually ends, you're in good shape and you will actually see it all and be able to understand it better, which sucks for me because I don't have that. So I have to go play 40 hours just to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cry. Speaking of crying, Crytek actually announced... good transition.
Excellent segue, sir.
Yes. They announced that they're... I don't know, last week I said how they want all their games to be free-to-play from now on after this upcoming crisis. They are looking into possibly doing a Time Splitters for their first free-to-play game.
Time Splitters, they haven't been around since the PS2, right?
For a while. Yeah, probably. I don't think they came out next gen.
Fucking A.
This gen. Next gen is not this
Current
gen. Next gen. I don't know. This week, a new triple pack Xbox Live Arcade CD was spotted somewhere in the European nation. Joe's getting beer. Sorry for the pause.
Anyone else?
No, it's like noon.
It's like 2.
You shut up.
Almost 3.
Shut up. Also, it's supposed to be out. I just said the time of day.
It reminds me of the movie that I forget which one it is. It's like it's like you want a beer. He's like, dude, it's 7 a.m. She's like, so you want one? He's like, sure. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He's like, I guess. All right, I'm sorry. Just wanted to bring that in there.
Coors Light.
Meh.
Delicious. Where the hell was I? September 22nd, this triple pack's coming out, and it's going to feature Beyond Good and Evil HD, Outland, and From Dust for only $20.
We're losing all of our listeners because we're alcoholics.
That actually looks like a really good collection. I know they did that earlier with
Explosion Man, Trials HD, and Limbo.
Yeah.
And it's
I never ended up getting
2 years, I think, so they did the triple pack. So
yeah, I didn't end up getting that one because I already bought Explosion Man and Limbo. So to me, it wasn't worth spending. What was it, $30 for?
Yeah, and before
Trials?
that, it wasn't sponsored by Xbox, but PopCap put out a triple pack of their 3 games, which was awesome.
They actually put that on a disc too.
Yeah, it was Limbo, Zumba, and Peggle, which literally.
You were buying it for Limbo.
Wait, why did I say that? I meant Plants vs. Zombies. It's
Yeah, it was the Plants vs. Zombies.
I'm drinking already, and I can't remember.
He had like 1 sip of alcohol, and he's just fucking flying people.
He's also the smallest guy here, so
you know.
And Canadian.
But anyway, there was those.
Canadian.
Canadians
Drinking
are
for you,
supposed to be
Canada.
heavyweights.
Give me some Labatt Blue. Send it down.
What's that all about? I don't know.
And there goes all the Canadian listeners.
God damn it! Listen for me.
Oh, interesting story. Google Analytics, our second most viewing country is Canada.
Canada took over Mexico?
Mexico was like 2 days after we got up Google Analytics.
Oh, so it's Canada? Cool.
So now that it's been a couple weeks, it's...
Hockey, go.
It was Canada. Wait, here, I'll look right now.
They're not
Keep
going to
talking.
talk hockey. They like their 6 teams.
Okay.
They don't like us.
Tony, and I guess this might matter to Joe now, Saints Row the Third Enter the Dominatrix is canceled to be made into Saints Row 4.
Yeah!
Literally what happened...
Pissed.
Yeah, I was a little bit. I was like, damn it, I have to wait.
Yeah,
well, I just don't like waiting because the game's so cool. So what was going to happen is they were going to come out with a $30 expansion pack called Enter the Dominatrix. The new Naughty Dog head THQ came in, and he liked what he saw so much that he actually wanted them to expand on it, making it completely into a 4th game.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome. I'm hoping it's a 2013 release still, so we'll see, because I need my Saints Row fix.
Do you guys want Google Analytics stats?
Sure.
Now they have it up. Mexico actually dropped down to number 9.
Oh. Who took them over?
0.5%. Taking over, U.S. is at 77.3.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Canada is at 5.8.
Nice.
United Kingdom is 4.4.
What's up, England?
Australia at 2.3.
Really? We got listeners in Australia?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Netherlands, 1.3.
It's probably like one guy.
Whatever. Sweden is a solid 1%.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Brazil at 0.75. At 0.7, we have Anonymous.
I don't want to... Where is he? Where's Anonymous? Where's that country at?
No, it seriously says not set.
He might be in, like, the middle of the Pacific. Who knows?
So let me get this straight.
He's stuck on a boat
Mexico,
somewhere.
huge, 1/3 of the part of North America got taken over by a non-specific anonymous country.
Not set would be like international phones.
Oh, okay. I was a little... Yeah, okay, gotcha. Forget me. Don't listen.
Well, that was interesting.
So I click on it and it goes, requested map does not exist.
He's on a boat stranded somewhere just surfing the internet. That's what it is.
It's cool.
That's cool. Welcome all the European, South Americans. Nice. Nice.
And Australians.
And
Australians. Yes, sir.
And number 10 at point 4 is Portugal.
Yeah. Yep. We got a couple of them on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Well, hold on. Since we're doing that, let's,
Oh my god. All right, so jumping back into the news.
We got like a visit from just about every country, so
Good.
That's crazy. How many countries is that?
I don't know,
200
51.
and something.
51.
No,
Yeah,
there's
close
51.
enough. 51 countries in the world now.
Oh.
Guatemala.
All right, I'm
Okay,
good. We can go
news.
back to news. All right, Xbox Rewards, if you are a member on that, is actually going to start offering reward points, or not reward points, but Microsoft points, by doing specific achievements.
They were supposed to do that like 9 years ago.
Well, currently, how it's set up is basically they have a monthly survey, and then each month, if you're a reward member, I'm dying. You can actually buy like 3 month, 1 month, year-long cards, and you get points for just doing that through the reward site. And every few months, they actually do run like a special. Like I know a few months ago, April or May, it was like the 3-way. It was like
Yeah, you had to watch
10 hours
YouTube.
a game, hour YouTube, like that kind. They give you like 400 points or 300 points or something like that. And then basically what's going to do now is they're actually going to have specific achievements up there, and they're just going to hopefully instantly reward you. Otherwise, it's probably just going to go to your account, because they actually don't give you that many points until you get like 100. Every 100 points they give it to you, basically. Otherwise, it's just pending currently. Like I have 40 points pending right now. So there you go.
Fucking A.
So that's their thing.
I didn't know this was... I thought this was still being talked about. I didn't know there was this much info on it, but that's great.
Yeah, it was on a tweet.
A tweet?
And is supposed to be implemented as early as this fall. So there you go.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
Give me free points.
Yeah, free stuff for doing stuff you'd already be doing. Okay, I only have 2 more stories because, like I said, no one likes to work after E3 because, whatever. Finally, this is for you Australians. Your ban on 18-plus video games is finally over. What this means for you is that you can now get R-rated games. You have R rating down there. And,
Wait,
I'm trying to think what else. And they probably... What?
how has Yahtzee been getting games?
Who? Who's Yahtzee?
0 punctuation.
Yeah.
You
What?
don't know who's Zero Punctuation? You don't watch his videos?
No.
Oh my god, dude, they're hilarious.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
hates everything. You don't watch for the review.
You should see
You
his-
watch because he makes fun of everything.
You should see his Connect one. Oh, is it hysterical?
All right, I'll have to check those out. But yeah, I mean, you can still have them sent down there.
He does all that...
It's just you can't
weird...
get them retail.
He does all that weird animation that I don't know what it's called. Where it's all like cut and paste and everything's like almost South Park, but not as tech.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what that's called. Cardboard cutout? Not cardboard. Whatever.
No, it's definitely not cardboard. It's just, I don't know. Whatever.
Construction paper cutouts. I don't know.
It's not construction paper, though. Forget it. I don't
Whatever.
care. I don't
So
care.
South
They're
Park is
cool.
done right
It's
there.
funny. It's good stuff. Go
All right,
check
cool.
them out.
But
then.
anywho, so now you can actually have games that hopefully won't be banned because they went through your House of legislation, and that's it. All right, number 1 story, because this is going to be more of a discussion-based thing.
Oh, I know what's coming.
I'm
I'm excited.
DeMarty, he's senior VP at EA. He basically runs Origin at this point.
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. He came out this week saying he wants Origin to be the better version of Steam, and he even believes at this point it outfeatures Steam, and it only took him 12 months to do so.
Wrong.
He
No.
believes that people will be switching over like they did to from Facebook or MySpace
From
to Facebook.
MySpace to Facebook.
Yeah, and he also came out this week criticizing Steam of all its massive sales.
See, people are they're actually misquoting him. He didn't. The actual quote just says he wants to become the premier service. He doesn't actually point out Steam. Then in a second quote, he makes fun of Steam, like you said.
What a jerk!
So people just tied it together, but he didn't actually say.
Not the point. He's still an idiot.
Let's
Steam's
kill him.
better.
Lynch.
Oh, he's
no,
will be.
I'm just kidding.
Let's just stone him.
I want a lynch mob.
It could.
That would make a great game.
Lynch
Lynch
mob.
mob.
You have to rank up in the system.
It's a little premature, but I mean, if anybody can catch them, it'd be EA. They have a lot of money and a lot of games under their belt.
One of the quotes he had is, the only way to get to the innovation is to have other people try and do better of what someone has previously done, which basically means Steam.
I'm not saying it's not clearly Steam that he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm saying that he didn't physically go Steam. He didn't say Steam.
In this one quote, I didn't expect to be able to outfeature Steam within the first 12 months, but I'm quite optimistic we will differentiate ourselves as a service. We built the foundation, and now we're starting to add value to the service off of that foundation. He's not going to pull me away from Steam. Shut up.
It's true.
Get massive sales, then
That's all he's got to
here's
do.
the problem.
Like,
that's all you have to do, and you'll start pulling people away.
The problem is that he's so far behind already that I have so many games on Steam, so I'm always on Steam. I never open up Origin.
No, I never open up Origin. The reason I even have that is because you made me install it for Battlefield and Knights of the Republic.
Mm-hmm. It's because if you really like, they're run through Valve. Valve only has their 6 or EA's way bigger than Valve. They could easily do it. They just go make contracts with everybody and undercut Steam for a while. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
But
Isn't it-
EA doing sales? I mean, they started, I guess, this year. I mean, they've had a few of their games on sale. Like, Mass Effect's like $30 off right now. But
I don't really care either way. It's all the same to me. It's just where you get your fucking game from, and I don't give a shit.
I don't want
But-
to. I don't want a split service. I don't want 2 programs I have to open
That's
up.
already the PC world. Every fucking game that you click on, Steam's the cleanest, but there's so many other games. Every time you sign into Diablo, it's a different thing. Then you go play Tribes, and it's a different fucking thing.
I don't even mind
Then you want to go
that.
play
I
this,
just-
and it's a different. It's
I just
all
want
different.
one program where I can hit play and it launches.
Yeah, it's called
I-
Xbox Live. They already have it.
No.
Oh,
that's
really?
not a
I have to
program,
sign up
that's a
for
whole
this.
system.
Yeah.
No, he said program. That means
Yeah,
computer.
I don't want to have 2 programs open. Origin, you have to log in, everything, and I don't know. It's not for me.
I have
You gotta
my-
log into Steam.
Well, I mean, it's auto login, but still, I have to wait like
true.
10 seconds for it to actually log in on Origin, and then
You guys are just too comfortable.
your
You're not
life
thinking
is
outside the box.
comfortable.
It's really not that big of a deal.
no, it's
Yeah.
not.
If this
but
happens, it's like nothing.
same difference.
The
You're
only-
too comfortable on your consoles.
the only reason
'Cause they're
I don't
easy?
like it is they have all the EA games. All right, so that's the only selling point of them. Their prices are more. They don't have the sales. Everything you can get on Steam is going to be cheaper.
There's no saying that that's the... All EA has to do is make a better contract with the... If you really think about it, Steam only owns Valve's games. That's all they physically
Then
own.
they have contracts with everyone else, which
yeah.
Origin
So all
has
that
basically
EA
the
has
same
to
thing.
do is put out more money to be like, we want to sell it for this much.
Yeah.
And undercut Steam. That's all they have to do.
I don't see
People have no loyalty. Everyone will run to EA. Everyone.
I won't.
To save 50 cents. You will. Guaranteed.
For 50 cents, I will not.
Guaranteed,
No.
dude. For
I-
50 cents per game, $1 per game, $2
I-
per game, you will start switching over.
I guarantee you
No.
that Steam does have a little bit more loyalty than that. If it is more than a few bucks, yes, people are going to buy it on Origin, but Steam has just been out there for so long, and they do have such an online community at this point that I do believe people will stick with it.
Wishful thinking, gentlemen. Wishful thinking.
I mean, they still have, what, like 28, 30 million people online
People
usually?
have stabbed each other over less.
People stab over a turkey sandwich.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. They'll leave Steam in a heartbeat if EA does it cheap. I don't think it's even going to happen. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
Steam's way better as it sits right now. Steam's miles ahead of Origin. I want to make that very clear. I'm saying it's really not hard to make a better service than Steam, especially with the bankroll that EA has.
Yeah.
It's not hard. I could do it, and I know nothing about PCs.
Yeah. But Valve's nicer. They're the highest paying. As an employee for Valve, you're actually the highest paid.
Yeah, and EA pisses on their employees.
Yeah.
Guess
Another
who's the
reason
Guess who's the bigger company?
EA, because
Okay.
they piss on their employees. I've had people work for EA. I
but
know that it's they have a devil on the company head basically, and he just is money hungry.
Every corporation is money hungry. They're in it to make money. They're not in it
How
for
dare
a
they?
happy fun time.
You give me discounts, and I will love you. Hello, Steam.
Yeah. I don't know. We could move on. I don't really care.
I know. No,
For me, it's all the same. I'll still keep Steam, even if everything goes way cheaper on EA. I'm not gonna get rid of Steam. I just don't give a fuck.
Like
it's just a way to open a game. Like, who gives a fuck?
Mm-hmm. Like at this point, like even Blizzard, you have to buy all the Blizzard games on there to like activate them. But every time I have to re-download
Battle.net and shit.
Yeah, Battle.net. I always go to Battle.net to re-download WoW, to re-download Diablo, whatever. Just for the fact that it's all there already. It's because I have a catalog I care about. Origin right now, the catalog I have there, I don't care about. I have that, and I have Sims 3 apparently got added onto mine too.
I'm still going to spend the extra money for my Steam library because of Steam Calculator.
It's because of Steam Calculator.
Yeah, but EA could easily make one of those and rip them off.
First of all, Steam Calculator wasn't made by Steam.
Yeah, no one's going to make a...
Someone will make it for EA if it's big enough.
Yeah, not the point. I'm still going to stick to my Steam. Until it's like, $15 off.
You're $15 off.
I'm talking like full retail game.
Yeah. All right. For anyone who wanted to know, my Steam wallet or Steam value is right now up to $1,700 and $1,700.85 basically.
Sweet.
Let's call off the numbers. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm bringing
and
mine
really,
up.
I've probably paid about $300 to $400 on it. I would have to say. Maybe a little bit more. I might be at the $500.
Probably only $300 or $400, and I probably paid like $20.
Yeah, probably. I wish it would have kept the actual what I paid for them on Steam.
Wait, how much was yours?
$1,700.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm at 822.
116 games.
46.
I've been a member since 2005, though.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Sweet. Is that news? Mark?
Yep, news. Yep, go.
News. All right, we'll hop right into this week in gaming history. The dates are going to overlap slightly, but it's different articles. We're going to start back on June 20th, 1997. Square released Final Fantasy Tactics in Japan. It came out later in North America, but I don't have the date handy. June 21st, 1989, Nintendo won the Tetris War. And they were ordered to... Tengen was... ordered to recall and destroy 250,000 Tetris cartridges. This was... I remember this from when I was a kid, the big ordeal that was going on, because the guy, Alexei Petrovsky...
Petrovsky?
Yeah, whatever. I was just making it up.
Close enough.
The guy who actually invented Tetris never really saw even a dime for it.
Until recently. A couple years ago.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Here's $1 billion.
Okay. June
I just made up a number.
22nd. Wow, a lot of stuff happened. Don't care about that one. 1979, MIT students found the company Infocom, and they're the ones that released Zork. For any of the younger listeners, that was an adventure game that you literally had to type in what was going to happen. It was pretty primitive, but...
That's where it all started.
it was big in its own right. So, and it was back in the 70s, so I mean, that's how stuff was back then. What?
I see the highlighted word.
What?
Which
It's
one?
Quake.
1996, ID released Quake. Yeah. In 2000...
This is Mark's territory.
The trouble...
This is a special edition can. I didn't... Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, it's all silver. Special edition can right on the top.
Shut up, Mark. Fucking alcohol.
In 2000, the troubled Iron Storm and publisher Eidos released Deus Ex, which is still considered one of the best PC games of all time.
Oh,
I
that's
guess that's
sexy. I played
subjective.
about
I'm just
a half hour of that.
I'm just kind of reading. That's
This week.
subjective.
It's sexy. It's one of the best.
That's the biggest one of the week, so we're going to skip over that. June 23rd, 1996. Oh, that's a big one, too. Okay.
Just say it.
Well, yeah, I'm already halfway in that. Nintendo released the N64 in Japan. So that happened on June 23rd. June 24th, Nintendo released Silicon Knights developed Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, making it the very first M-rated game released by Nintendo. Wow, it took them all the way to 2002 to do that. That's crazy. Okay, June 25th. Wow, there's a lot this week. Okay, June 25th. Marvelous
Harvest Moon, that's all that needs to be said. Go.
Okay. 2003, DD's popular pinball and video game manufacturer declared itself in bankruptcy. And the number one story of the week.
No, you missed one. Bottom.
He
All the
doesn't
way,
care.
Bottom. LucasArts, Star Wars Galaxy, 2003, June 26th.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
They
Can't
ruined that.
believe he was going to skip over that.
Galaxy was so good, and then that combat update and the entire game was
Broken.
done by the end of the month. They blew up that biggest, worst update of all time. And it's so bad. Like, literally, that's why the community within that first month, they lost over 80% of their community after the first month after that released.
Yeah, take that, community.
I was playing when it happened, so I was pissed.
And the number one story of the, or not story, this week in gaming history, 1991, June 23rd, Sega released Sonic the Hedgehog. Yay! North America. It was his birthday, everybody. Nobody cares.
Who?
This past week.
Who?
That little blue guy.
Kirby?
Really fast. Red shoes.
Mario?
Kirby after he's
got that
eats
little-
that
he's got that
blue
little-
Sonic guy?
He's got that little squirrel that follows him around, or whatever the fuck it is. What the hell is Tails? Is it like a raccoon or a squirrel? What the hell is he?
Squirrel?
Squirrel? We'll go with squirrel.
If we're wrong, let us know.
Yeah, go ahead. Nobody cares. It's fucking Tails. He was annoying. Yeah, but anyway, that was released, so happy birthday, Sonic.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tails.
What is Knuckles then?
He's also a hedgehog.
He's a hedgehog.
Yeah,
Just
he's a
with
hedgehog.
long spikes.
And
He's more
and red,
edgy
like brass
and
knuckles
crazy
with
and
spikes.
red, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, since one of our question askers is sitting here, I only have one question for the week.
I can make a question.
Go for it.
Have you guys ever been to a gaming convention? And which one?
No.
No, they don't come to Chicago.
Unfortunately not,
So,
yeah.
that's a
Chicago,
question.
Chicago doesn't get any. But I heard we are the third choice to host E3
Who's
I
second?
did hear
next
that.
year. New York is
New York.
number one.
Sorry, New York listeners.
No, wait. Shit. It's one of the ones in California. I think it's number one. They just want to move.
Angeles?
Probably the same
No, they
one.
just want to move it. Like, no, it's
San
in LA
Francisco.
right now. I think it's like San Diego, maybe, or something over there. Whatever. New York's number 2, and we're supposed to be number 3. So if New York says fuck off, and they just get tired of California, we have wide open arms here in Chicago for any industry officials out there.
Hopefully
Bring it over
by
here.
then we'll be press.
We'll
You-
come.
Just combine it with Exotica. Because
Ooh.
Exotica's going to
Second
be
it.
here in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
We're all going.
I would love it in Chicago. But yeah, we don't get anything. We get in Chicago. We get this
C2E2
really
and
weak ass
ASIN.
comic convention that has a little bit of electronics there, but nothing.
C2E2.
Yeah, nothing gets announced here. It's just not big enough.
Don't care.
Nobody gives a shit.
We're only cooler than most states.
Than most of them.
Yes, Chicago is a state.
We also have better food.
Okay, let's face it. After this city, there's nothing. Yeah, there's U of I down there. I'm saying that for Brendan. If Brendan wasn't here, I wouldn't have even said
So
U
now
of I.
everyone can stalk me.
There's
true.
only like 50,000 people going to your school. So.
Champaign, Illinois. Go.
Or is he in Urbana?
Same difference.
Same difference.
It's
Okay.
the same city, but not really.
Okay, our other question asker.
Andrew Dillon,
Yeah.
Dylan.
Hi.
Hi, Andrew.
what's up? Have a beer with us.
We should ask him more questions. That was amusing.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning? Because we went to what was that place?
Gil's Carriage Inn.
Yeah.
I had an omelet wrapped in hash browns, throw it on a grill, and it was filled with bacon and ham.
Eggs Benedict sausage.
Mexican
That's great.
spud.
Yeah. Breakfast was delicious. Tony, what'd you have for breakfast?
Chipotle.
He wins. No, mine was pretty good. All right, go on with this question because I'll think of something by the end.
What is the best story to play in co-op,
Oh man, I remember.
but is horrible to play by yourself, by yourself, or vice versa?
Man, I had two picked out when I looked
Borderlands.
too. For what one?
Borderlands better for multiplayer.
Co-op.
Yeah, same difference.
Co-op.
That game, because I did a couple achievements and shit by myself. It's not fun. That game you have to play with people.
You know what game was horrible by yourself? Warhawk.
I'll have to put in Brink as the bad by yourself, okay with other people.
He didn't say okay. He said good with other people.
Give me a minute.
Uncharted's good all around.
Yeah, it is.
I've come to despise the Halo 3 campaign because I played it so much. But co-op in the last level, when you turn that skull on, where if you die, you have to restart the whole level.
Yeah.
When we went for the recon armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like, that is so much fun with people, but I'd never do it by myself.
I don't remember what, because then we had two groups going. We had one group that ended like a half hour after us because that last level, and then I was part of the group that ended pretty early. But yeah, that we died quite a few times. I remember actually on that, for when we actually beat it, I did miss the jump, but we still won anyway. Totally fucked up.
I didn't think you could miss the jump.
It doesn't matter because someone made it, but
Mark's
I went
an idiot.
You
No,
missed
I mean,
the jump.
after you kind of as long as you launch halfway straight, it kind of jumps to a cutscene.
Well, I mean, we had 4 people because the achievement was 4 people, legendary with that skull on.
What game?
Halo 3 campaign for recon armor.
When you turn the skull on, at the end, there's no warthog,
Iron.
there's 4 ghosts. So you're in 4 different vehicles. So someone can actually fall off the edge and the other person can finish the game.
Yeah,
I
I
never
didn't
did-
fall
I
off the
never-
edge. Like,
I don't know, I
like
never did
the
that.
ship was here and I went off to the left.
I only ever played with one other person when
Oh,
we did
yeah.
the campaign.
Yeah, we needed recon armor.
I didn't even know
We
you
were
could
nerds.
play 4-player on that game.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
that was the achievement. He didn't get the achievement. It was worth 0 points though.
Yeah.
Then what's the point?
Recon armor. All the recon armor. If you go to Halo 3, look at anything with 0 points. If you unlock all that, you get recon armor. Worth it.
Sure.
Your face is worth it.
Are we answering the question at this point?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Co-op
Borderlands. Borderlands not fun by yourself. Yeah.
You know, I'll give it to EDF 2017, the original one that was amazing. That game by yourself is all right. I mean, it's even all right. It's not bad, but with someone else, that game is ridiculously fun. Crackdown is okay. That is my game. By yourself, Crackdown, bad. With 3 other people at this point, amazing. And I'm gonna be playing that probably today or tomorrow. That'll be awesome. We're getting more beer. You guys suck. Anybody else got a game? Brandon, you got a game? Hope everyone heard that. Cans of falling.
said Halo
dust.
3.
I heard it.
Halo 3. Did you put up both parts of this question?
I played Minecraft alone before, and I played Minecraft with people, and I can't stand it alone. Because it sucks. And I'm not creative. It's like, look, I built a house out of wood. Now I go look at someone else's castle.
And you come home and your house is on fire.
Yep.
I've had that happen in Minecraft.
I've
Did I
had
tell you a
zombies in my room.
story about Jason's Minecraft experience? So Jason, our other one of our guys, everyone knows Jason. He's been here a few times. Builds a house with Andy in Minecraft on Xbox. So we're building a moat and filling it with lava. And Andy apparently set the house on fire.
That's funny. That's good stuff.
I was on the phone with him while it was happening too. It was great.
Alright, we got anything else?
No.
Did you want both parts of the question? Like the game that's good co-op, but bad by yourself, and then the opposite
Yeah, what was
way?
the second part of that question?
It was,
Vice versa.
yeah, vice versa.
What, that was good?
Good by yourself, horrible co-op.
Fable 2.
Oh my god! The co-op was awful because you couldn't rotate the camera.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it sucked. It sucked balls. Me and Joe, not this Joe, my other buddy Joe. We were trying to get the
He's cheating on you with another
the
Joe.
couple. Yeah, I'm a whore for Joes. No, we were trying to get this. There's like 2 or 3 achievements in Fable 2. We couldn't get 'em.
Catch 50 STDs. It's Fable 3. Never mind.
We were like, because I forgot what they are. They're really dumb. They're just like make the same motion at the same, and we couldn't
High-five each other.
We couldn't sync it up like talking on the phone with 0 lag. Just because we didn't trust Xbox Live, like we're just like because we couldn't get on Xbox Live first. We're like, let me call you. Maybe we're on a half a second delay. That still didn't. It's just fucking broken. Fuck that game in co-op. Awesome single player. Yeah. Okay, that's me. I'm done.
Okay. So are we moving on
Yeah, I guess so.
to rumors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, rumors.
Bring it up.
I don't know where. Oh, let's start here. Rage the Sorcerer.
Words and
Off to a good
Rage is
start.
coming out with DLC.
Yay.
Don't care anymore.
Nobody cares.
I
You can
do,
pick it
don't
up for like $15.
I got it for free
Me too.
for my computers. I'm excited. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Wipeout HD and Fury coming to PlayStation Vita. I love Wipeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, these suck so far this week. I don't even give a shit about any of these.
Well, I'm saving the controversial ones till later.
Okay, good. Wipeout, meh. Those were good back on the 64, weren't they?
Dude, that's PlayStation.
PlayStation? Whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah. Rumored Mortal Kombat film reboot to tell the story of a supermarket clerk.
Supermarket clerk.
What?
This
Yeah,
will be
right?
cool. This will be cool if the dude did it who did those live action 10-minute ones on YouTube. I don't know if anybody saw any of those leading up to
Have not.
they're actually fucking excellent. Some like low budget nobody guys did it and they got like millions of views and they're fucking awesome. If that guy does it,
Good
the
stuff.
Mortal Kombat movie will kick ass.
Or there's the teaser, fake teaser commercial for the movie on YouTube.
Fake.
No idea what I'm talking about, dude.
I think we're talking about the same shit.
Talking
but
about-
they turned it into a miniseries.
Did they? The one I'm talking about, they were talking about Baraka and Reptile.
Well, there was a different like 10-minute movie almost for all of them.
Oh, I should check that out. I love
They're really
Mortal
cool.
Kombat.
We'll watch the first couple episodes after we're done recording.
'Kay.
You guys should go Google them shits. Or
Well, you
YouTube
could-
them.
You could post them on Facebook.
Send me that one guy I'm supposed to actually look at too. I don't remember his name at this point.
Look at.
Huh?
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Excuse me.
I'll remind you later. Don't worry about it.
What? You got me confused?
The guy on the YouTube, you're like, hey, you haven't seen him? Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Oh my god, I can't remember. I can't believe this.
When
Never
did this
mind.
conversation... Like,
When I was
remind
in
me...
the news.
Give me a little more than that.
I don't remember.
Was this like weeks ago?
No, like
did this happen
20
20 minutes
ago.
What
kind
news
of
story
news?
were you talking about?
I don't remember. Do you remember? Brent doesn't remember. He's telling some Xperia guy. I don't remember his fucking name. Go on. I don't care. You guys forgot your conversation like 15 minutes ago.
I'm going to be re-listening later. I'm like, oh, that's what Mark was talking about. I really have no idea what he's saying right now. Okay.
Okay, Xbox 360 rumor. 360, not 720. So you know the Internet Explorer that they're going to add?
Yeah.
And how it's going to be like iPhone and not support Flash.
That's
Stupid iPhones.
Why would they... Oh, wait. It's not going to support
So-
Flash?
No Flash.
Why?
Right?
Are there like alternatives that it can use?
There's no alternative to Flash.
There's no like knockoff that they may be implementing? No, I don't know.
I don't know why they would.
What the fuck? How are they going to...
I don't know. That's stupid.
How are they going to go to like 80% of the websites?
There's going to be a bunch of giant blank boxes.
Okay, Mark,
Yo.
because Tony's not going to understand. NVIDIA
I know NVIDIA.
GTX 695.
Yeah, I can see it happening. It's that should just be confirmed.
A quad GPU. I want it.
I don't get it. How do you work?
It's a 4-core processing graphics card.
So,
A 4-core graphics card, Mark.
why does it need different cores? Have you seen what like 90% of this gen's actual video cards right now? Right now, I have 1-year-old tech. I'm running Battlefield 3 and Metro 2033 at 120 frames a second. Why do I need 4 cores?
So you could run at 380 frames a second.
I can't even comprehend 80% of the frames coming up on my screen currently. I won't need this tech for 10 years.
I want it.
Are they even running dual core?
I want it.
The half the problem with this is there's still like... even though you guys don't like to admit it, everything's still made for the consoles, and the consoles are so old and outdated.
What's
They're
he
not-
talking about? Why is
they're
he
not-
bringing this up?
They're not even pushing the... No, because it's unfair to the PC guys. You guys don't even get
Dude, no, we have post-processing and post-rendering.
Dude, what I'm trying to say is, okay, like when you were trying to show me Saints Row the other day on the PC, okay,
Still looks better.
Still clearly a console game. The
Not
computer.
the point. Still looks better.
Can I make my point before you say it's not the point?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Console war.
It's not a console war. I'm trying to defend PCs here. You guys aren't letting me talk.
Okay, go for it.
No, forget it now. You guys will just never know. That was your one shot. I was gonna be on PC's side for one time.
Bullshit.
I don't feel like it anymore.
I don't think you got anything for this.
Nope. I don't care.
Prove me wrong.
Okay, what I was trying to say is the PCs are always held back because the console market is so much bigger. Okay? The games are still all have to run on consoles first, then they get ported over to the PC. They may look a little bit better, but they're not even close to pushing the PC to what it can do. So the games all are like still 10 years in the past, even on PC. Even though they look better, they're like old school games because the industry as a whole is still making stuff for the 360. It's not even close to pushing the PC to what it could do. So there's no point in making these quad core and 6-core and whatever, how many fucking cores you want, because the shit still has to kind of run.
The GPU is gonna be quad core.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had no idea what you're talking about.
That's what he said.
Okay, I wasn't listening. Go on, Tony.
No, go ahead, Mark.
I'm good. I'm done.
Mark's being an idiot. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm reading up on it. Don't worry about it.
Anyway. Still think PC games are better. I like my mods.
That's all. You see what I'm trying to say, though? That they're not. It's still a console game at heart. They're not really making all the shit.
Well, okay. If you look at it this way, PC games have mods. All the shit to make them look even better than they already do.
Yeah. But the game still has to be able to perform on
No,
a 360.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm
something
saying
that we can't even imagine that our PCs could run. People are scared to make because they're limited.
Oh no, I know what my
on
PC can
sales.
run because I got Steam Workshop for Skyrim. My game looks astronomically better on my computer than it ever will on Xbox.
But it's still at its core has to be able to run.
Right. No, I got that. I'm just saying, like, it looks way the fuck better.
What I'm trying to say
with
is,
mods.
even though they look better, they still have to be dumbed down to a certain degree because they have to be able to be put on PS3 and Xbox. If it was strictly like they really just let the PC out there to fly and do whatever the fuck it wanted, it wouldn't even. I don't know. It's just, there's no point in putting like crazy tech on something that still has to be able to run on 8-year-old tech. You could have like 100 core fucking GPU. It doesn't matter because it's still going to be playing a slightly better looking 360 game. That's all it's going to fucking do.
That wouldn't happen because if it was going to be that high, it'd be 128 core.
Thank you for totally missing the point. All right,
well, right now I'm looking at like between the AMD and the NVIDIA, because you know the way they do their processing is completely different. Like
I know
AMD, like you could technically say that it's a like I think the one I have is like a 1120 different multi-threading whatever, I don't remember. You could say each one of those is still a processor, like a mini processor.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, this is like their form of cores, but it's literally like, because the 590 GTX is technically dual core. That's like one of the first dual cores that NVIDIA has put out. So this would just be one step up. So it's probably true.
Oh, this is getting long. I didn't think we'd talk about this fucking processor this long. Let's move on, because if we're going to talk that much about a graphics card, then
I hope this one goes by in like 2 seconds just to shut them up. Nobody has a comment. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to do this one first then. Ready for this, Tony?
I am.
The Wii U store is rumored to beat Xbox and PlayStation Store on revenue.
On revenue?
How's that possible?
Means they're going to make more money.
Yeah, I know that.
Xbox.
How's that possible?
See, I don't think that's possible. What you're primarily, especially at launch, what Nintendo is dependent on is people going back and buying games that they've bought 5 or 6 times already digitally from their past libraries. the only other possible solution, because they don't have these indie companies making games for them yet. So it's literally old ports or brand new games that you want to buy digitally as opposed to buying them on disc. That's your only two options on Nintendo. There are no...
This website is also saying that Nintendo plans on offering every first and 30-party game to come out as a digital download.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's their only options, though.
Right.
So until they get these companies like how Sony has all these little guys making like Flower, and Xbox has these guys making, well, they had them making Limbo until they went multi-platform and stuff of that nature. Nintendo doesn't have a company that's doing that for them, so they literally have to rely on rehashed NES and Super NES games or brand new games, as opposed to getting them on disc. You get them digitally. I just don't. To me, it doesn't seem like there's a library. It's not there yet. Maybe eventually, sure. I still don't see it happening, but I don't know. It doesn't look like the Wii U's gonna have a really big hard drive in it either. They're really starting to scare me how they're not releasing any of the specs.
Oh, they're probably just gonna do an SSD in it, like they did with the Wii, for a hard drive.
What, just like 2 or 3 gigs, and then make it a fucking USB?
I mean, you have the it's an extra secondary purchase, bigger card. Because, I mean, it came built in with some, but, like, literally so many people who actually used their Wii had to come in and get a second, SD card just to actually, still fill it up.
Yeah, that's why I don't think they'd use one. You don't think they're going to go internal hard drive this time?
I mean, just looking at what it is right now, like what the console looks like, no. I think it'll be SD cards again.
Interesting.
Just because it's the exact same... It's a little bit smaller than the Wii, so I don't see where they'd... I don't know how full the Wii U is inside, so I don't know where they would have actually put the actual hard drive. I mean, SSDs are small. Like, if you're just doing an SSD hard drive, not a card, that's...
What you mean SD card? SSD solid state drive.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I meant for the SD
those are really, really...
card.
They're gonna cost more than the Wii U.
You can still get, like...
Nice.
Huh?
You're learning computer tech.
I know stuff.
You can get like
things.
Yeah, no, you can get like a solid state drive for like $80 or so for like
for like a 4 gig.
No, bigger than that.
No,
so,
when
there
I
are some
when
like
I was
the
looking
cheaper
into them,
ones.
it was $120 for a 60 gig solid state drive.
It matters what company. The cheaper companies, I've had friends get 60 gig for like $80-$90, but it was not a like.
Yeah, but if they're trying to keep the console at $250 and you're talking $90 just for the hard drive.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this is why the SD cards, not SSD cards, because I was being stupid. Too many S
Where'd you get
stuff.
250 from?
But anyway, that's why I think the SD cards are going to be what the memory is going to be. It's not going to be an actual hard drive. It'll be a card.
It's the rumor.
Oh.
Don't worry about it, Joe. It's not like you're supposed to be looking out for these things. No. What it's supposed to be is, guys, they want to come in. It might be 300. They want to come in under that, though, for sure. But we'll see. It still could be 400 or 500. They're still not announcing a price point.
I wish we were on webcam because the fucking grin on my face.
Why? What happened? Is that the next one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Fucking A. Let's do it. Let's move on.
Ready? Wii U to come in December at a $500 price point.
No fucking way.
I've heard.
I believe the rumor. I believe it's a rumor.
It says.
I believe it's a rumor. There's no fucking way, dude.
500.
Nintendo cannot
Right here.
be that stupid.
Sony was.
Sony sold some PS3s though, and that tech at the time was worth it. This thing's equivalent to a 360. I mean, come on, dude. You can't charge $500 for
A
that.
360 plus a tablet.
I don't know. If this thing comes out at $500,
no one will buy it.
Nintendo is just burying themselves.
That's fine with me.
Like,
They could jump into just software.
if they go 350, you might get a few. You might pull some people in. You have to come in under $300 with this console. It's old tech. There's no reason to buy a Nintendo then. If it's $500, the Xbox already does it all. Has a way vaster library, and you get one for $200, brand new. Why the fuck would you spend the extra $300 just for a tablet?
When you get with that $300, you could buy a Android tablet,
Or you can go buy a PS3. So you can get a PS3 and an Xbox for cheaper than your your Wii U and have an infinitely bigger library.
Yeah.
And plus still have money left over.
And shooters. I know they're getting shooters, but Muramoto's already like, I'm scared there's going to be too many shooters.
They're squeamish. Yeah,
they're getting squeamish already.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Yep. I suppose. Go ahead, Nintendo. Whatever. Do what the fuck you want. I thought it was crazy when the 3DS came out and they were charging that much.
$250.
I still think it's way too much, even after the price. One night. That's why I don't have one. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm not paying $170.
It's a fucking DS. Yeah. That's all it is. Because you have 3D functionality that everyone turns off.
Yeah.
So
yeah, nearly everyone I know.
It's a DS.
Yeah.
So what the hell? It's a DS with new games.
Someone was telling me that they think that the Wii is going to come out in a tiered system where you'd have one that would be online ready, so like you'd have a bigger hard drive for digital download, and one that would be like for the old people that don't know how the internet works.
No, like the Xbox?
Yeah, like the arcade and the whatever, the 20 gig, 250 gig.
4 gig and 250, yeah. It's like, well, do you want the like you said, the introductory console at 4 gigs, $200? How much is the 250 nowadays?
300.
300, so it's $100 extra bucks for the hard drive. Good stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I guess if Nintendo has overpriced their shit before.
That's all they ever do.
Well, when the Wii U came out, it was only $250, right?
You mean when the Wii?
Or when the Wii came out, $250 or $300? I forget now. See, that's reasonable.
Yeah, $300.
Yeah, $300.
Yeah, that's reasonable. They could do that again.
Yeah.
I'd say you try to come in at $250, but $300's fine. Because $250 are slightly less than the Xbox and the PS3 currently.
Yeah. I mean, you can go over what they have right now, because I think, everyone's going to be like, hey, everyone's still going to look at it as it's new. So they could, because, PlayStation's basically, they could go 100 over. I would say 100 over that, from what Xbox has. I say even 400 at max would be okay.
I don't think you're going to get in they're setting themselves up for disaster with that. I don't think you're going to get your casual players dumping almost $1,000 with tax. Just without a game. That's just for the console. Just to fucking get the new gimmicky.
Because after tax, it's $440 right there. So at least where we live. So
that's what I'm saying. That's without a game.
Yeah.
Who's going to dump almost $500 on?
Well, I mean, Nintendo almost always has a bundled game.
Yeah.
With their consoles at least. So
I don't see it because the Wii sold so well because it was like $200. And little grandmas and shit didn't mind going and getting it with Wii Sports in it. I'm serious.
Well,
it's just $200.
At that time, I think it was it $250? I think $250 was their price point at the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it. If that's a big mistake on their behalf. I think that's the exact same thing's gonna happen with the 3DS if they try to market it at $500. Just gonna sit there and
the new.
You're gonna have the really hardcore Nintendo heads.
The 3DS XL or whatever it's gonna be.
That doesn't have a second circle pad. Stupid.
Really?
No. Yeah.
What's the point?
Wow.
Why would they?
So only the add-on. Because they just admitted that it should have had it. Like
no. Only one game uses the circle pad. Why would they put it onto the hardware?
They have like 3 or 4 at this point. But
why would they put it on for 3 games?
Because
it's the same thing that happened with Wii Motion Plus. They added that on later, and 3 fucking games used it. What was the point?
Because the developers aren't using it because they're being stupid.
Because they're developing for the original dev kit. Exactly why the 3DS doesn't need the second analog stick. At least I don't think so. It should have been there from the beginning.
No, it should have been. They should.
It's already way out of date. The 3DS is like you've held it up to a Vita. It's fucking embarrassing.
Oh yeah, the screen just doesn't hold up at all.
It's already like miles behind. It's fucking silly.
No,
I just don't see a point. I think
Vita put such a nice screen into it. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. The developers for Nintendo, they're all like, they're just going to use one. I don't know. I don't see a point. But like I said, I don't see a point of any of this crap. 3DS was fucking a waste. They should have.
It's all rumor for right now, at least for most of the stuff. So,
yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Got something else there, Joe?
What? Sorry, I was looking at this link that I sent Tony.
Where?
On the Facebook.
I cancel out of Facebook.
It's car related, and you need to look at the car, which is shaped like a giant muffler, and then go read all the comments. And then after you do that, we could get into your topic of the week.
I should do that first, son. Okay. So as I kind of hinted at earlier, this does have... We're not talking Mass Effect 3. It's just what brought it up, okay? And the whole controversy surrounding the fact that they announced that they're coming out with this... It is free DLC, but they're basically going into further depth of the ending. They're basically changing what they had already put on. And I wanted to talk about the way that the industry is going. If people can uprise like that and start changing...
Well, they said they're not changing the ending. They're adding more to it.
I don't want to talk about... That's what I'm saying. I don't
Okay.
give a fuck about Mass Effect specifically. They're just
Okay.
what brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck Mass Effect.
So they're just like the thing that's bringing in the bigger
Okay, I get where
bigger
you're going
controversy.
with it
I
now.
want to...
Yeah.
If you want, tie in Mass Effect throughout the discussion, go ahead.
Sounds too hard.
But I don't really give a fuck about that particular thing. It's just the thing as a whole. I guess, like, for me, I've never, in any other medium, whether it be books, TV, movies, even video games, anything, comics, I personally have never seen where, like, the people come in and bitch about art, like, to the extent where the creators go back and change it. I don't know. You guys got any initial thoughts before we get into some of my bullet points?
Well, right now, I know I was one of the people who signed the petition to get Michael Ironside back in Splinter Cell because he retired. So, I mean, that's the start of an uprise, I guess. I mean, people are pissed that Michael Ironside isn't playing Sam Fisher right now. So, they want that changed. I mean, it's just...
Well, getting a voice actor to come back is different than changing somebody's artistic view.
Yeah.
Like, if... You can't go back and, like, change Schindler's List or something just because you're opposed to the way...
You can redo it.
Do it again.
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas can do it.
But it just... I don't know what it's saying about the industry as a whole, is if, like... You guys know this. No game is ever going to appeal to everybody. It's impossible. There's always going to be people that were upset with it. And,
Who could be upset with Portal?
I was one of the few people who was not mad at the Mass Effect 3 ending. I was more of like... They basically left you with, what? How the fuck did that come out as the ending? It was more of like that.
well, I
know I'm going back to Mass Effect a lot.
No, you feel
yeah.
free to tie them in.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I just don't want you to think it's a Mass Effect conversation.
Yeah.
Because I know what Mass Effect, the thing that was upsetting everybody is, I guess there's 3 different endings. I haven't personally beaten the game.
Yeah.
There's 3 endings, but they're all ridiculously similar to the other 2 that you don't get.
Well, one of them's a little bit different, but like some of the scenes do tie in. It just matters on the decision. Like the whole part of it is just so messed up because like, I mean, like the red, blue, green, like it's all the game's been color coded for years now between Paragon, Neutral, and like Evil, and like everything about that is just backwards. Like there's just so many parts of that is just it's wrong. Like, and it did need some kind of explanation, which is what I believe that Director's Cut's going to do.
Well, I know what upset everybody was that like they poured in, call it 25 hours a game, times 3 games for 75 hours, and they're ending
A lot more for me.
with all this. Well, I'm saying at a bare minimum.
Oh yeah, I know.
You make all these choices to make your game specific to you. You do all these things and go through your specific weave all the way to get to one of 3 predetermined endings that apparently weren't all that different from one another, even though they were different. Mm-hmm. But that's what upset a lot of people, and now I guess they want to go in to the 3 specific endings and just go into greater detail with them.
Yeah, and that's what it does need. I mean, this was a really good idea to add this in. It probably they should have waited another 6 months or whatever to actually implement it and maybe done a next year release, because like I was amazed they had a 1-year development time for this massive game, and it wasn't enough. And I think that's why this got left out, is because they wanted to pump out a second one, because the second one was so popular, and they things got cut off.
That brings up one of my first bullet points. Should this even happen?
I mean, it's been happening for years with DLC. I mean, really, everyone who comes out with DLC these days, they argue that...
besides Fallout 3, no DLC has ever changed the ending to a game.
This is true. But I still think the fact that people yell at the add-ons that come out all the time, where, like, this should have been in the game. I mean, that's like a constant argument with nearly every game that comes out, with, like, DLC within the first few months, is that it should have been in the game, you should have waited, I would have waited and not paid the extra $15. I think this is why that happens, just because they were... Well, I mean, it's free, so you can't really complain that much, I guess, for it. But
I'm not talking price point. I think BioWare should say fuck off and stand their ground. I don't think this should be put in at all. This was like, for me, this was somebody's idea. It was their artistic view to culminate what they set up for you through 2 previous games and this one. It's all theirs. It's their intellectual property to do with as they please. Like I mentioned earlier, there's no possible way that you can keep everybody happy with the way your game ends.
Yeah.
To me, it's like you're admitting you did something wrong, even though they clearly did not. What?
There it goes. Every week.
Your vast thing?
Yep.
Why'd you restart your computer, sir?
Because.
Okay.
I had a driver update. It said restart computer. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Now I forgot what I was saying.
Good.
Okay.
Have some sunflower seeds. They're buffalo wing flavored.
Yeah. It just seems to me like it's going to put pressure on the industry because nobody's going to like every game, and then other games are going to pop up. People are going to be like, this ending was terrible, and then they're just going to start a stupid fucking online petition and try to get the ending to more and more and more games changed that really don't need to be changed. I don't know how often that's going to happen. It was just... I think Mass Effect is just one of those that was kind of like a rarity just because of how much the ending didn't make sense compared to the rest of the game. Like, I don't think people really would have been that mad at... I mean, it has to be a predetermined ending. They can have, like, little modifications, but that's what the whole Mass Effect series has been. You do one decision, and basically one person's there, and if you make one, another person's there if it's another. And this is just that it was so bad, and this didn't make sense, that it needed a change, and I think that's why so many people actually came together to ask for it. But is it really that many people? Or is it just the size of their voice, of a few?
Well, it could be both.
Because I heard it was, what was it, like 10, 20,000 people signed the petition, right?
Yeah.
But they sold 5 million units.
Well, I mean, how many people actually get to see the online petition? I mean, I see a small portion of the petitions that are going around.
I'm very guilty of this. How many people actually finished the game?
Me.
I'm just... but that's the point. I mean, it's if there's only 10 or 20,000 people that did it, it's like 1 or 2% of the purchasers. They made a huge stink about it.
Still like the forums. I mean, everywhere else, like even reviewers.
No, because then it's the whole fucking, if somebody tells you to jump off a bridge, will you jump off too? I bet 90% of the people wouldn't even have been bothered by the ending if nobody pointed out the fact that it was so upsetting to them, made such a huge stink about it. Then you got people reading their bullshit on the internet, and they're like, you know what? Maybe it was kind of a fucked up ending. And then they start like getting more and more into it, thinking about it, reading other people's reviews, and then it just clouds your judgment. I don't know.
I don't really like where this is going because this could snowball to other games.
This is what we got.
Exactly.
Go. Preach, brother.
If Mass Effect is going to get their ending changed, then other games can get their ending changed based on a small number of people. Like you're talking about, it's how loud your voice is, and the internet makes your voice very loud. You can go spam everything. You can create multiple accounts. Like, people look at the internet and they think, oh, this is one person in their basement talking, but you could spam everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And this one person could cloud the judgment of other people. And
spreads
also,
like wildfire.
Yeah, it spreads.
Like herpes, not
wildfire. Like herpes in a forest that's burning down because of wildfire. Like that. Anyway, like we had mentioned earlier, Fallout 3
I hate you.
Was the only game that I know of that's changed its ending ever. But it's almost I excuse that one because they didn't change, because it was a good ending. Can I spoil Fallout 3?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's been
Oh.
a sequel since then.
You,
Whole new story.
you die.
Well,
They changed it.
no. You don't have to die. I did not die in my ending. You can convince that stupid girl to do it for you. That's how I did it. My persuasion was so high. Actually, it didn't even have to be that high. Actually, I don't even think you need persuasion for that. You just need to go through the actual text. You can make that girl with you actually enter in the code. You just have to tell her the code. And you don't die. So my ending, it made sense. But yes, you can die. I know that.
Okay. The ending was fine. The rest of the world died except for Mark.
I didn't die either.
So there was no way for there
But
to
did you finish it?
No.
I knew it. That's what it was.
there's no way for the DLC to exist if your character is dead. They wanted to make more money off the game. They put out 4 pieces of DLC. The only way to make that possible was to bring you back to life, which of course needed them to change the ending. Nobody made a big stink about it, because if you didn't want the DLC, you were fine with the ending and you left it alone. If you wanted the DLC, you made peace with them just adjusting it slightly just to bring back your character so you could play the DLC. It's nothing like what they're doing with Mass Effect, where people just straight up complained.
Do you just, like, wake up? Like, because, I mean, like I said, I didn't die in my ending. Do you just, like, wake up then in the DLC, or how's that work?
You backtrack before it all happens. This is years ago, dude.
No, it's fine.
You back up before, like, it's they have to rechange your save points, and they back you up to,
Like, right before you enter?
see, yeah, what they should have did is back you up even further and have the DLC take place, and then once you beat the DLC, have it tie into the last 10 minutes of the game, and it would have all made sense.
Yeah.
And that could have probably been fixed with a patch or whatever, but they never went back and did that. They just kind of,
Start
I don't
pumping out the DLC.
yeah.
These are delicious.
Apparently, sir. I don't know.
For those of you who don't know, they make sunflower seeds in buffalo wing flavor. You should all try them. I also have dill pickle.
Nice. Yeah.
Try them.
I believe you, sir.
No, try them.
I guess, I don't know. I was going to go into deeper shit with some of this, but I don't know. We're kind of touching on all bases. We'll kind of wrap it up. Anybody have any final thoughts?
Let's see. Final thoughts. I don't think this is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a big thing ever. Really, like Fallout, in my opinion, didn't have that much of a following as Mass Effect did when it came out. Mass Effect was already. It was a game of the year before that. It had a ton of people added on from that. I think it just had such a. I'm not exactly sure. Most people played Fallout at this point, but like, I don't know. I just think it had something to do with the.
Also, didn't Mass Effect have a bigger following because Fallout 3 was the first one on consoles?
Yeah.
And all the console people that didn't have computers, like Tony here, never played the first 2 Fallouts.
That sucked anyway,
Probably.
so nobody gives a shit. Yeah.
Fallout 2
I
was
think-
awesome.
No, it wasn't.
I
went back and played. That game's awful.
It was awesome.
I think that has a lot to do with it that they just had a following, like a constant following over the few years before that. Fallout was definitely, it kind of came out of nowhere for the most part. Mass Effect was an established series. I know Fallout was too, but it was off the map for a while. So Mass Effect was still there. They had that. That's why they did the 1-year development
They
time,
also
because they wanted to stay relevant.
They completely revamped it. Fallout 3 is nothing like Fallout 1 or 2.
Oh yeah, no, totally. It's completely different.
It's even a different genre.
Yeah,
It's like the third one turns into a first-person fucking
yeah,
RPG.
yeah.
So
I think that's why it was what was more relevant at the time, and I think they had more followers, more people who would like to bitch about it, and that's why it became such a big issue. And people were just pissed off at Mass Effect right off the bat with Day 1 DLC.
yeah, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
What are you, sir?
I think that developers should just do what they want with their IP. Don't listen to the public. If the public is going to complain, they're not going to buy your next game. Especially with Mass Effect, the series was over. I'm assuming. Like, they're not going to make another Mass Effect game. It doesn't really matter. You could just say, well, if you didn't like the ending, I'm sorry, but that's what we thought was the best ending. I don't think you'd lose any customers from a very, very good game to one part that would, quote-unquote, ruin the game.
Yeah. No, good stuff. Joe?
Fucking Mass Effect. All the Mass Effect fans are self-righteous assholes.
Yeah.
Anything else? Why are you looking at me? I already commented.
Okay. Are you don't? Yeah.
No, I've like no opinion about.
Okay. For me, it just seems like this won't even solve. Like they're placating into what the fans are demanding, and it's not going to solve anything because the people that bitched about this are clearly bitchers. That's what they do. They complain about shit. They take time out of their lives that they should, could be better applied anywhere else, and
Find a job.
And complain about a video game online when all they need to do, like, what you're doing, what you're feeding into this, and the people are just, you're not going to, like, after you put this free DLC out, the people aren't going to come around and be like, oh, wow, thanks, BioWare, now everything makes sense. Thanks for pumping that out. We're okay with everything now. All is forgiven. They're just going to bitch about how you did this part, too. This solves absolutely nothing. All you're doing is opening the door, and I know Mark said that he doesn't think this is going to turn into a big deal. I do. That's what they said back in the day with DLC. They're just like, oh, this will just happen to one or two of the real big games. Now they're purposely withholding content to put DLC into every game so they can sell it to you for the more than $60 price tag. And that's what they said when it was just EA who started the fucking online pass. They're like, well, it's just EA, and look what happened 6 months later. Absolutely everybody's using one for every little thing, and they're throwing in God of War is going to have a fucking season pass now. God of War, there's never even been multiplayer in those games, and now there's a goddamn season pass for that. It's like all these things snowball. They start from just one or two games doing it, and then they take over the entire industry. It spreads like herpes, just like Joe said, where everything will come in. I mean, in 6 months, everybody's going to be bitching about every ending to every game, and they're all going to be like, change this, change this, change this. And it's going to get to the point where it's like, well, write your own goddamn endings then, or the games are going to suffer. And the quality of the what?
It's the gift that keeps giving.
What, herpes? I don't know what I was.
Yeah, go make your own games. Be like Codemasters.
It's never going to happen. You're going to fucking be like Codemasters. It took me a second. I don't know. I complain about this a lot because these guys are just trying to give you a good time. It's not that easy to just make up this huge extensive story out of fucking thin air and have 100% of people like it. It's just not going to happen. Give these guys a break. They're trying to give you a little bit of entertainment in your otherwise mundane lives, and you have nothing better to do than criticize every little aspect of the game that they created to try to appease to you.
If you guys really want a good time, call Jenny.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I knew no one was going to get that.
Apparently he calls call girls.
867-5309.
So that's how you got herpes?
Is that a Chicago
you
song?
guys are all dumb.
Is that a Chicago song?
It's that song.
Tommy Two-Tone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Is it
Mark.
Chicago?
No idea.
Hate you all. But on the upside, I love these sunflower seeds.
Can I finish my final thought now?
Back to Zoni.
Just ignore me when I start talking.
We try.
Well, I feel like I hate when we cut each other off, so as soon as somebody says anything, I always stop because it sounds like crap on the podcast later when there's multiple voices going on. So I just abruptly stop what I'm doing.
So I should just randomly interrupt you.
Yes.
That was the point of that, I believe.
Where the fuck did I leave off now? I had a big fucking...
Write your own game.
I had a big tangent for this.
Codemasters.
Codemasters, herpes, spreads like wildfire. I don't think this is... I'm going to kind of spin off now. I just don't think this is good for gaming. I think it's going to start infecting everybody little by little.
Kind of like herpes.
Just like herpes. Now I'm just placating into it, too. I'm going to keep referencing, I mean, it's
Just
just gonna
like
make
herpes.
it's just gonna make the whole industry itchy. You know what I'm saying? It's just. I mean, talk about your cold sores. I don't know. But it's just. I hope you're right, Mark. I hope this is an isolated incident. I just don't think so because now people,
I just don't think a lot of developers are going to stand for going back to change their ending.
I don't think that's why I don't think BioWare should have.
Well, they're funded by EA. EA's got shit tons of money. Most other companies do not have a billion-dollar company backing them.
Yeah,
that's why
which
I
is
think
all the
they're
more
not gonna
reason.
spend the
But that's
manpower
all the more reason
to
that the
actually go back
smaller
and change it.
developers may go back and do it because, like he said, like Brennan said earlier, Mass Effect's done. What if your IP is not done? And you are worried about sales in the next game, and you are a smaller developer who depends on it, and then people pressure you into changing it just so you go back and you're like, okay, well, if we do this, will you promise to buy our next game? Okay, we'll do it.
Sign here.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This could really fuck everything up. No, nobody cares. I'm
I
like
agree.
the only one who's passionate about this today. I think.
No, I agree.
No.
I think it's just because all the games I ever play have good endings because I pick games wisely.
What? You don't like 50 Cent Bound for Blood? Whatever the fuck that stupid game was.
Nice try.
How did that guy get his own game?
Because he's got money.
Oh, it's
Because
so-
he got shot 9 times.
He has that billion-dollar backing.
How the
He got
fucking-
shot 9 times.
How does that guy get a video game? That is fucking ridiculous.
Tony gets a video game.
Why not? Just me sitting around.
Because you didn't get shot 9 times.
Because it turned into a Cooking Mama game because you're a bartender.
Yeah, take that. Tours. Okay. Anybody else got anything?
We got sunflower seeds.
Doesn't count. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. This has been episode 20. Thanks for tuning in. Join us same time next. Fucking goddamn, I screwed it. See you guys next week.